Have you ever seen someone get laughed at for something they couldn't control and wished someone had stood up for them? If yes, then stay with me till the end, because this story will break your heart and then heal it. And trust me, you'll never look at people the same way again. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be heard. It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon in Lincoln High. The cafeteria buzzed with laughter, gossip, and the smell of fries. At one of the corner tables sat Emily Carter, a shy, 16-year-old girl with soft brown eyes and a second-hand backpack. She always sat alone. Every day, she brought lunch from home in a small metal box, simple sandwiches, sometimes leftovers, and ate quietly while the others talked loudly around her. But today, something felt different. The moment she opened her lunchbox, a group of popular girls at the next table burst into laughter. "Oh my God, is that rice and beans again?" sneered Jessica, the self-proclaimed queen of the school. "What's wrong, Emily? Couldn't your daddy mop fast enough to afford McDonald's today?" The table erupted in giggles. Emily froze. Her hands trembled slightly, but she said nothing. Her face flushed as her eyes glistened. She looked down, trying to ignore them. But Jessica didn't stop. She pulled out her phone, pretending to take a picture. "Say cheese, janitor's daughter." The cafeteria roared. Even some students who didn't agree with Jessica stayed silent. They didn't want to be her next target. And in that moment, Emily felt something inside her break. She quickly packed her lunch, walked out of the cafeteria, and hid in the empty art room, where she finally let the tears fall. Later that afternoon, during English class, the whispers continued. "Did you see her face? Her dad probably cleans the bathrooms after school." The cruelty lingered in every word. Emily just stared at her notebook, pretending to take notes. But inside, she was a storm of embarrassment, anger, and sadness. Then came the knock. It was soft at first, then firmer. Everyone turned as the classroom door opened, and in walked the janitor. His name was David Carter, Emily's father. His uniform was simple dark blue with his name stitched over the chest, but his eyes carried the weight of a man who had worked hard all his life. "Mr. Carter," said the teacher softly, "is everything all right?" David nodded, his voice calm but steady. "Yes, ma'am. I was just here to fix the heater. Sorry to interrupt." As he walked past the rows of students, silence fell. You could hear the squeak of his boots against the tile floor. The same students who laughed at lunch now avoided his gaze. He quietly knelt near the back of the room, adjusting the vent near the window. Emily tried to shrink into her seat, wishing she could disappear, but then something unexpected happened. As David worked, a small metal wrench slipped from his hand and rolled near Jessica's desk. She hesitated, then picked it up. Here," she muttered awkwardly. David looked up, smiled gently, and said, "Thank you, young lady. My daughter tells me your class won the debate contest last week." "That's impressive." Jessica blinked, caught off guard. Thanks." David didn't say another word. He finished his repair, stood up, and quietly said to the teacher, "All done. Should be warm enough now." Then he turned to leave. But before stepping out, he looked around the room. His gaze wasn't angry, it was calm, heavy with something deeper. "I know most of you don't notice me," he said softly. "That's okay. I'm just the janitor. I fix things, clean up your messes, make sure your classrooms are ready every morning. But what I really do is make sure my daughter can study here without worrying about the lights going out or the floors being dirty. She works hard, even when you laugh. And I'm proud of her. You should be proud to have someone like her in your class." For a moment, no one breathed. The room felt different, like the air itself had shifted. David nodded once, gave Emily a small, reassuring smile, and left. Emily couldn't hold it anymore. Tears rolled down her cheeks, not of shame this time, but of pride. Her father hadn't defended her with anger or shouting. He'd done it with quiet dignity. And that silence spoke louder than any words could. After class, Jessica approached Emily by her locker. Her voice was hesitant, her eyes softer. Hey. Emily? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things. Your dad's, he's amazing. Emily wiped her eyes and gave a small, forgiving smile. Yeah. He is. Word spread quickly around the school. People started greeting Mr. Carter in the hallways. Some even thanked him. And Emily? She stopped eating alone. People began sitting with her, asking about her father, about how he managed to stay so kind. Months later, at the school's awards ceremony, Emily was called up to the stage for winning a state essay competition. Her essay was titled "The Strongest Hands I Know." She wrote about her father, the man who built dreams with a broom in his hand. As she stood there, holding her certificate, she looked into the crowd and saw her dad at the back of the hall. His uniform was still the same, but the way people looked at him now, full of respect, admiration, and gratitude, was entirely different. And in that moment, Emily realized something powerful: you don't need to wear a suit to be a hero. Sometimes, the quietest people carry the loudest strength. So, if you've ever judged someone by their job, their clothes, or where they come from, remember this story. Because dignity, love, and courage don't wear uniforms. They live in hearts like David Carter's. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because sometimes, one story can change how the world sees people like Emily and her father.